What is up, guys? And we are back with another video, and in today's video we are going to do a quick guide on unlocking the Inazuma craftable polearm. So you're going to start in this area right here and you're going to speak to Kaji. And honestly, this whole quest has 4 of these pillars which you have to give 2 items each, and each of the items are in the area near the pillar. So you have to use your elemental sight to track it down. So the very first pillar is right next to Kaji, as you guys can tell, and then we're going to use our elemental sight and follow the purple trail. So the first purple trail is going to lead us to this blue orb, which has both of the items inside. This is probably the easiest one. All you have to do is there's going to be these electro pillars which you have to orient and make sure they're facing the right direction. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys all the orientations for the statues. If you guys aren't interested in that and just want to see what the final product looks like, go ahead and skip to this timestamp. And then basically when you have all of them oriented, you're just going to hit the starting point, which is the glowing one, and it's going to play a cutscene, which is going to open up the blue orb. But the first one's the easiest one. You're just going to float down, and both of the items are going to be right next to each other. One of the items is going to be this floating orb, and then the other one is going to be a rock. And in order to get the second one, you just have to defeat this guy, which should be a piece of cake. And as usual, you know, we don't get any drops from these samurais because I don't know what's going on with the drop rates, but it is what it is. But yeah, you're going to go ahead and get this. You can also unlock the shortcut right here. It's not really useful for the quest. It might be useful later on for something else. But once you get both of the pieces, you're going to go ahead and go back to that pillar you started at. You're going to give both items to the pillar, and it's going to play a small cutscene. And then after the cutscene, you're going to go back and speak to Kaji, who's going to tell you that there's more pillars like this one around the map. So the second pillar is going to be on top of the Serpent's head. I found it easiest to teleport to the domain and then climb up the side of the mountain, but you guys can do whatever method's easiest for you. And then once you reach the pillar, you're going to do the exact same thing. It's going to need 2 of the same items, and you're going to follow the purple trails to find where they are. So yeah, just make sure when you follow the purple trail, you get the electro flowers next to it. I don't even know what they're called, electro magnums or something like that. But yeah, you're going to jump down there, you're going to go through the force field, and you're going to activate the mechanism. And then basically what this is going to do, it's going to remove the water and you can head downstairs. And then once you head downstairs, you're going to find yourself fighting these 3 ruined sentinels. And there is going to be a puzzle behind these ruined sentinels. Either you're going to have to solve it or it's just going to solve by itself once you defeat them in the middle of the fight. That's what happened to me and I just got lucky. But once you do that, it's going to unlock a chest and open a door behind you. You're just going to head down there and follow the path. And then once you grab the items, you can use the electro mechanisms around you to get out of there and head back to the pillar. And then once at the pillar, you're going to follow the second purple trail. This time it's just the other way. And this mechanism is going to work just like the first one we did with the blue water orb and the electro pillars all around. And you're just going to line them up, and I'm going to do it right here for you. And again, if you don't want to watch me orient the statues the right way, you can go ahead. I'm going to put a timestamp up, skip to that cutscene, and just use that to orient your statues. And this time you're going to grab the second piece and just head back to the pillar. And again, once you submit your items, you're going to go to the second location, which should be in your quest book. It's called the Jakotsu mines. There's a teleport point right by there. Once you get there, it's kind of confusing where the starting electric pillar is. But you're going to come here, find our boy Choji. You know, he's looking a bit different. He lost some weight, but this is the starting point. And this time around, I'm not going to go one by one and orient them because there's so many of them, it's going to get confusing. I'm going to go ahead and just play the cutscene. That way you guys can just replay it over and over and get a good idea of how they're oriented. Now once you have the blue orb opened up, this is going to be the third pillar. And again, you're going to follow the purple trails. The first one is going to lead you up these rocks. And then you're going to reach this area which has a chest in the middle. Again, this chest has nothing to do with it. It's basically a bait. I mean, you can get it if you want, but you're just going to use electro gems to fly up and get past this electro force field. And then inside is going to have one of the items. And then you're just going to return to the pillar and head the other direction. This one's pretty straightforward. You're just going to head down the path, and there's going to be chests and enemies on the way. You can collect those if you want. And then at the very end, you're going to find an electro force field with an abyss mage. You're going to go ahead and defeat it, go inside. And if you have someone like a Venti and Kazuha, you can just jump up there and not have to worry about grabbing it. If you don't, you're going to have to do it the hard way. I'm sorry. And then I did a rookie mistake and I tried to run away from these abyss mages. But you know what? You might as well fight them because they chase you down. I don't know why they chase you down so far. But yeah, you're just going to head back to the pillar after you defeat them. And you guys get the pattern here. You're going to go ahead, submit the items. It's going to play a cutscene. And this time is going to be the last part where you talk to Kaji. And he's going to be all the way in Fort Mumei. And once you get there, you're going to notice that the water level is lowered, and you're going to use the wave rider to just orient the statues. There's not that many, there's only 5 or 6, so you can just watch what I do. And then once you start it up and break the force field, there's going to be a boss in there. You're going to one-shot it with your Diona, you know. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to be looking for 2 items. The first item is actually right next to you. You're just going to go ahead and pick it up. Now the second item, I was stupid. I was looking around for like 10 minutes, but it's actually right on top of the pillar. But in order to get it, you have to do this puzzle. And if you guys have played Pokemon before, this puzzle is a cakewalk. You just have to walk and make sure you don't repeat anything. And just do what I do, like I did it on my first try. And then this is going to let you do the electrogram, which is going to let you jump up. There's also an electroculus you can grab, but what you're going to want to do is just turn around and fly to the top of the pillar, because the top of the pillar has the second item. And then you guys know the drill. You're going to submit the item. It's going to play another cutscene, and that's basically the end of the quest. You're going to talk to Kaji. He's going to give you the polearm, and you're pretty much done. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys.